From France to England to Italy to Spain, Europe has a very profound history because of the long and reigning kings, as well as the many affairs and wars that were fought in order to conquer these lands. All of this meant that Europe would become one of the cradles of power in the centuries which would follow. Today, all of them are global superpowers and attract millions upon millions of tourists every year who want to touch the rich history of their lands. That also means that many of the people who live in Europe have some very deep pockets. From wealthy businessmen to kings and queens, in Europe you can see it all. And almost all of them have constructed mega mansions, which we'll talk about today. So let's jump right into the top 5 most expensive homes in Europe. Number 5. Odeon Tower Sky Penthouse, $400 million. We start this list off in style. Located in Monaco, right on the coast overlooking the ocean, this penthouse is located atop the Tour Odeon. This hotel has 49 floors and stands at a height of 550 feet. Back to the penthouse. We forgot to mention that this immensely luxurious apartment, if you can even call it that, takes up 5 stories of the second tallest hotel on Europe's Mediterranean coastline. That's why this monster of a flat covers an area which is around 35,500 square feet. To put that into perspective, the size of an average apartment is around 1,000 square feet. You could fit 35 of those in this penthouse. The architect behind it is Alexandre Giraud, and alongside the designer of this home, Alberto Pinto Agency, it hit the market in 2014 and has since earned a price tag of $400 million. That's $11,267 per square foot, which makes it the most expensive in the world. So what's inside this marvelous creation? Well, it has 5 bedrooms, plus 3 more for the staff that take care of it, and the number of bathrooms is unknown. There's a kitchen on every floor, so a grand total of 5, all equipped with marble countertops and beautiful metallic appliances. The penthouse also includes a massage studio, a home theater, and your own fitness studio, which faces the Mediterranean Sea. And as if that wasn't enough, they even featured an indoor swimming pool as well as a sauna. But the prized jewel of this magnificent work of art is the circular infinity pool at the top, hidden inside the glass crown of Odeon, along with a huge sunbathing area and your very own water slide. You heard us, folks. This apartment has its very own water slide. With features like this, it's truly one of a kind. Number 4. Villa Les Cèdres, $410 million. If you're thinking European-style mansion with historic paintings and old furniture, it doesn't get any better than this. The unique selling point of this villa is not its decor or design, it's in fact history and botanical gardens. What do we mean by that? Well, the house has 35 acres of land surrounding it, upon which the Jardin Botanique La Cèdre was built in 1924 by Alexandre Marnier L'Apostole, the man behind the famous drink Grand Marnier. The house is located in the south of France, and it has one of the richest histories a house could possess. It was initially constructed in... You know what? We just have to get this out of the way. This mega mansion is 190 years old. With that out of the way, we can focus on the history. It was built in 1830 and was bought in 1950 by the mayor of Villefranche-sur-Mer. The mayor later sold it to the Belgian King Leopold II in 1904, and only 20 years after that it was bought by the famous owner of Grand Marnier, who was so interested in botanical gardens that he built his very own on the premises of this villa. These gardens are now a World Heritage Site owned by France. When the gates of this palace open up, you drive underneath a long road of palm trees and cedar trees, hence the name. The entrance is guarded by a bronze statue of the Greek goddess Athena. The inside is 18,000 square feet with 14 bedrooms simply fit for a king. The entire house is furnished in 19th century furniture and French paintings, all of which are a bit run down, but a little fixing up will bring this mansion back to its former glory. The house features a ballroom, stable for 30 horses, Olympic-sized swimming pool, whereas botanical gardens have 15,000 plants and 20 greenhouses at your disposal. It's been on the market for some time now, and the asking price is $410 million. Number 3. Rafiq Hariri's London Mansion, $484 million. Located in the Knightsbridge district in London, SW7, and overlooking Hyde Park, this historical building that was created with the merging of 4 others in the 19th century. The architectural firm YRM built the current design in 1987 and has since become the cherished jewel of London's real estate market. However, the firm did receive criticism for the rather bland white palazzo. It was the residence of the now assassinated Prime Minister of Lebanon, Rafik Hariri. Hariri was a wealthy businessman in Lebanon worth billions, so he bought this house as his home in the center of London. After his assassination in 2005, Rafik was given to the Prince of Saudi Arabia, Sultan bin ABDULAZIZ Al Saud. Because they couldn't sell the home, the prince auctioned most of the objects in the house, which he sold at a profit. In the beginning of 2020, Chung Chung Kui was ready to buy the house for a jaw-dropping $484 million. However, we've not received any news of the purchase yet. Getting into the design a little bit, we'd have to talk about its height. It has 7 stories and reportedly 45 bedrooms. The square footage of this house is 60,000, and most of the interior is covered in gold leaf. The bathrooms are all decorated with gold and silver attachments. The design is inspired by the Victorian period, with big chandeliers, wooden furniture, and huge paintings hanging off the walls. The property has underground parking and many lifts, or as we call them in the US, elevators, that take you to every story of the house, not to mention the indoor swimming pool. So, yeah. Number 2. Villa Leopolda, $736 million. This is another one of the cherished possessions of King Leopold II of Belgium, and it even wears his name. The estate was built in 1931, and the architect behind it was American-born Ogden CODMAN Jr. The villa was built for his beloved mistress, Caroline LACROIX. After his death, the villa went into the hands of his nephew, King Albert I, who evicted his mistress. It's fun to note that during the Second World War, this house was used as a military hospital, so the wounded were pretty well taken care of. This magnificent mansion is located in the Villefranche-sur-Mer on the French Riviera. 18 acres of land encompass the mesmerizing villa, so it's had its fair share of owners, including bankers, actors, and business people. And we already mentioned the king. So yeah. There is huge dissatisfaction with the fact that the villa was bought by Russian oligarch MIKHAIL Prokhorov, with people saying that Russian money pouring into the region has gotten out of control. The villa has an area of 8 hectares, with the main house having around 4,300 square feet of living area. It has 12 pools, if 1 or 2 is not enough for you, 19 deluxe rooms, 14 bathrooms, a bowling alley, sports courts, and your very own home theater. The interior design features that nostalgic, warm French interior design, marble, and many pieces of art decorating the inside. And that's not surprising, considering the $736 million price point. Number 1. Buckingham Palace, $1.5 billion. Are you even surprised? What else has power like a 1,000-plus-year-old monarchy reigning one of the most powerful countries in the history of our world? That's right, we're talking about Great Britain, specifically England. We're not going to be talking about the history of this palace, as that could take around 10,000 pages to explain in detail. What we are going to talk about are some of the key characteristics. Buckingham Palace is the current residence of the Queen, Elizabeth II, as well as the royal family. In front of the palace is the Victoria Memorial, where thousands of tourists gather each day. The palace gardens are behind the palace, and there you'll find the Mews, in charge of the travel arrangements for the Queen and her family. The vast area of the palace, encompassing 775 rooms, 200 of which are bedrooms, 92 offices, and 78 bathrooms. Inside the palace, you'll also find a post office, swimming pool, a home movie theater, and believe it or not, a doctor's office. And the entire structure only has 2 floors. Not all of the rooms of this palace are available to the public, and tourists can only visit one part of the palace called the Central Block, parallel to the east front. And these two are connected by the part called the Queen's Apartments, an area strictly prohibited to tourists where the Queen actually resides. One of the main attractions of the palace is the picture gallery that's situated right after the throne room, where only the king and queen can sit. The entire palace hires a staff of cooks, cleaners, bankers, secretaries, as well as the Queen's Guard, who are responsible for the safety and well-being of the royal family. We're not going to be talking about the history of this palace, as that could take around 10,000 pages to explain in detail. That's our list, guys. Say, if you ever could own one of these homes, which one would it be and why? You can tell us in the comments section below. If you'd like more videos like these, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss any of them. And as always, thanks for watching, guys.